Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Mel's Beauty. I'm Mel. So are y'all loving this look? I'm loving it. Let me zoom in. I was zooming out. Do y'all see it? Yes, see glowing. No, I like that highlighter glow. I actually did my wing, y'all. I freehanded. Like, they match. Oh my gosh. But welcome back to my channel. I did tell y'all in the last video, my first video that haven't been up, and that gonna be up first before this one. So if you didn't check it out, check out our first back video of first impressions, trying new makeup. But I also told you in that video that I will be making another video explaining why I've been gone for so long, why I haven't like recorded or did anything YouTube-y in like 2 months. There's a reason why. A lot of stuff was going on for the last 2 months. Oh y'all, I've tried to record this video multiple times and I promise I'm not gonna cry. I don't want to cry, but it's gonna get a little emotional for me because these last 2 months been an emotional roller coaster for me. So in October, y'all know I have a full-time job. Full-time. She works. Let me zoom in a little bit. She works full-time. So I had job interviews at my job, not for a new job, within my company, you know, to get promotion. You know, your girl want to move up. You know, she's thinking of retirement. Even though I want my YouTube channel to do well, I have stuff planned for y'all when I do well, so I can be able to invest, which I want my own makeup company, y'all. I really do. For women of color, yes. But I'm trying to make this video as happy as I can before I get into the deep stuff, and I'm trying not to get off topic. But yeah, I was going through that, having interviews, and what y'all don't know is that starting the beginning of this year, around August, when I started making my doctor's appointments, I have been going to the doctor twice a month, every month. And this is the reason why I, got my well woman, and I had to change doctors. So I had got a well woman. Then since I got a primary care doctor, I went ahead and did a physical. So when I did the physical, my blood tests was coming back very abnormal. So it was a little panicky. I had to go back and get retested, and my blood platelets has been up. And when they looked at my records from my last doctor office, it was showing that my blood platelets was up, and they never told me nothing. So that's dramatic incident number 1. That I've been having stuff going on in my blood in the doctor's office that I was at for over 3 years. Did not tell me. It did not do nothing about it at all. So I've been going to the doctor for that, for her to keep on checking on my blood platelets, and they still are not normal. They still not normal now. I'm not going to go back to my doctor until next year to check on this again. So that's one instance. So I have this thing on my hand. It's like a little bump. It was smaller than what it is now. I don't think you can really see it on camera, but it's right here. And if you can see it, kudos, because I don't know how to make you see this, but I have a little bump on my hand, and it was smaller than this. So I showed my doctor. She's like, I want you to get that checked out. She's like, she thought it was extra skin on top of my skin, but she's like, no, it's under your skin. So I went through the fun thing of trying to figure out what that is, because I just thought it was a bump. I always was trying to pop it sometimes. Not gonna lie, weird Melissa. I'm a bump pop. That's just my thing. So I went to a specialist, a hand specialist, and he x-rayed my hand. He's like, well, it's nothing from a bone breakdown or a hairline fracture. He's like, let's do an MRI. So I set up an MRI. Not only that, I skipped a whole part. I had to get my thyroid checked because my thyroid was kind of enlarged. So, but it was the same day I went to the hand doctor. So I went to the hand doctor. He had me to schedule an MRI, and that same day I went across the street and got an ultrasound. So with the ultrasound, they kind of like went over it twice. So thyroid is good because she thought that was part of my platelets being up, but thyroid came back all normal. So we get to the day that it's finally for me to get my MRI. Never had an MRI, wasn't expecting the cost of the MRI. Of course, I was not expecting that cost of the MRI. $500 I had to pay. I said, and then I wasn't even done. I had to pay an extra $77 because I didn't pay the full amount. That's a thing. That is a thing. But I ain't rich. That's a lot of money. But I transgress. So the MRI was with and without contrast. And let me tell y'all something. I wish they give you a warning about contrast, because once they give you contrast, you feel so yucky. I mean, so yucky. Yucky. So if you don't know what an MRI machine is, you know those machines you see on TV that people get stick in, you know, they be like, be still, we gonna take a picture. That's kind of like what I was in, but my hand was just in there. My hand and like half my body, but my hand was mostly in there. So I fell asleep. I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep. It took over an hour. It was almost an hour. I think it was 45 minutes to an hour, but it was long. I took me a good nap, but when I woke up, I felt so nauseated and so yucky. And they tell you drink a lot of water, but that don't help with the nausea, because I felt like I was going to throw up. So got the MRI done. MRI came back. And you ever try to read your doctor results? Because I had mine on the app. So I tried to read my doctor results and I couldn't read it, and I saw one word and it freaked me out. So I scheduled my appointment for my doctor to tell me what it is. So I was hoping, I kind of Googled the words that was in the I keep on saying I googled the words that was in the results. So it came up that it was a cyst, that all they gotta do is be drained. So I made an appointment with the doctor, and what I thought it was a cyst that had to be drained. I was like, okay. I was going in there like, they about to drain my hand. Let's get it on. Let's get it over with. So this thing could be off my finger. Well, not off my finger, but off the palm of my hand. And that's not what it was. So my doctor came in and said, it's a tumor. Instantly I started freaking out, because once you hear tumor, you hear it in the back of your mind, you instantly think cancer. And I'm slowly going into a panic attack. And then my doctor said, it's non-cancerous, but it's aggressive. He like, it does grow in size. And he's like, we're gonna have to remove it. If we don't and we let it get bigger and you remove it later, there's a 50% chance that it will come back. So I was like, okay, so what's the surgery? How long I'm gonna be? So my doctor is telling me 4 weeks. And I'm like, can I do 2? And he's like, if you do 2, even with the 4, I'm going to put you on light duty when you go back to work, because you're not going to be able to carry anything. So with that being said, I was like, okay, let's set up the surgery. Let's get it done as soon as possible, since there's something that needs to come off. It needs to go. So with that, I went home and I broke down, y'all. I started bawling my eyes out. I don't want to cry. I feel the tears coming down. I don't want to cry. But it's a thing for me, because y'all, I've had so many surgeries for me. I've had surgery with my mouth, and that's a given. I had 6 teeth pulled, which was my wisdom and 2 canines pulled, because my adult canines was up there. So I also got canine spool and a gold chain put on there to pull it down because I had braces. That's why my teeth are so straight. And I have 2 angels in heaven, and I had emergency gallbladder surgery. And after I had my gallbladder surgery, I said I'm not going to go back to the doctor. I will not go back. I'm not gonna have no more surgeries. If it's my will, I can take care of my body. I eat healthy. I work out, which I'm gonna do a video about that soon, so y'all can see me on my fitness challenge. Not fitness challenge, but my fitness journey of me losing weight and not even knowing that I'm losing weight, and to say you need another surgery that you really don't want to do. And I really don't want to put my body through another stress of surgery, but I gotta look at it a different way. I'm doing so good. This is the first time, y'all, that I have recorded this part and not just broke down in tears. And to anybody, it might not be that big of a deal for you, but I'm 27. I already had too many surgeries in my book. And to say that I've been taking care of my body, and for it to say, oh, what is another surgery you're gonna need to get? I feel like that was the biggest F you from my body to me, that you had no control. And you don't have no control because stuff can pop up. And I have to put in God's hands when it comes to that. And if you don't believe in God or Jesus, I'm sorry, but this is my belief and this is how I feel. But I had to let this go. I had to look at it as a different way. Even quite frankly, at the moment I didn't. I was just crying. I was really depressed because that happened on a Wednesday. No, that happened on a Thursday. I went back to work. I was very just. If you know me, if you've been up to my channel long enough, I have depression. I have anxiety. And I have panic attacks. So my anxiety is like up here and my depression is like way down here, which is usually the opposite. But my anxiety was way off where it's not even on the camera. It was way up there. So I went to work. My coworkers tried to make me feel better because they saw I was very quiet and very just off to the side. And then I had to tell my boss or my supervisor, and she was very understanding. She wasn't there this Friday. That's this Friday. She wasn't there that Friday that I came back to work. So I had to start doing all the paperwork because found out I had to do FMLA. That's a whole nother headache. So on Friday I really wasn't even at my desk. I was running back and forth. And not only that, it was my job, open enrollment. So I'm like doing my insurance stuff. I have Aflac. I'm doing all of that, running back and forth, making sure everything is together before I have surgery. So that's how Friday went. And then the following Monday, I was able to talk to my boss, and I talked to her, and she knew I was kind of stressing out. She's like, don't worry about it. She's like, recover. She's like, don't worry about it, don't stress about it, don't try to come back sooner than you supposed to be here. She's like, don't worry, we got it. She's like, you're no good if you rush back to work. So she's like, just heal. And then she asked me how long it was on there because it was just a little bump. Realized I was an athlete, so I'm used to stuff popping up on my hand and disappearing. And I told her that. I said, well, it popped up a while back, but my family is the strong believer of if it's not hurting or bothering you or, stopping you from working or doing what you do, don't mess with it. That's a bad. Don't do that, y'all. Don't do that. If you see something, if it don't go away or it's not normal, go get checked out. So not only that, that's the Friday I went back to work. That night, I broke down. I am the person who always thinks she have to be strong and who always think that she can't emotionally get there. And that's what I do. And I know that's a bad thing to do, and I hold in my emotions a lot. But that Friday after I came home from work, I I shut down all the way, y'all. I cried, I asked God why. And the thing about this tumor that's on my hand, my doctor himself said it, they don't even know what caused it. Like, this is what I have is a very common tumor. It comes right here or even on the side of the hand, or sometimes it's most commonly on the wrist. But he said, you know, it's nothing you can prevent it. It's nothing that you could have done. He's like, it just happens. It's a very common tumor. He like, don't worry about it. Just, you know, get surgery, remove it. And if we remove it while it's small, the chance of it coming back is slim. So, yeah. And then I applied for more positions at my job. That was my light after I broke down and everything was done. And finally, it took the FMLA papers forever to get signed. And it was only 3 sheets. Let me tell you, y'all. Me and my doctor's office I was about to go at it. I called him at one point. I'm like, my job needed now. They not waiting, or I'm gonna have to not have surgery. And it's like, well, we have up to 10 days. I'm like, today is the 10th day. It's the 10th day, ma'am. What you mean? But yeah, paperwork was signed. I did my paperwork on my end for my time, which all my time is gonna be paid. So I'm gonna be at home getting paid. Hopefully you'll be able to record, but without one hand, without this hand, right-handed anyway, so I can wing it with one hand. Yeah, but so coming up to November, I'm getting ready for surgery. I got appointments with the doctor for pre-ops. I have I had pre-ops. I had a pre-op last month, and I was still waiting for them to give me a price of my surgery, and I'm thinking, no, not gonna be that much. She would be wrong. She would be completely wrong. My doctor's office called me after my pre-op to tell me, oh, your copay, your 20% is $1,856.66. Y'all, I feel sorry for my poor husband because he was kind of asleep. Well, not kind of, he was asleep, and all he heard that came out his wife's mouth is me like this say, "Excuse me, say that again." I was like, how I'm supposed to pay that? I said, it's no way I can pay that. Where do you think I work? I don't make that much money. That's probably what, a three paycheck that I make. That's not even 3, that might be 4. Oh my god, that might be 4. I'm sorry, I lied to myself. That might be 4 or 5 paychecks, and that's if I didn't have bills. I have bills. I have a phone bill. I have bills that I have to pay. Lady, are you crazy? And I have to eat. I have to grocery shop. What? It's me and my husband. What? So that's panic attack number 3. Yeah, that's panic attack number 3. Now it's probably 4. I have lost count. But no, that's panic attack number 2. That's 2. I didn't have a panic attack. But this one, I had a panic attack. I am going full on panic attack, crying. I realized I'm off the phone by now. I'm off the phone. I'm not on the phone with the lady, because then she hits me with, oh, either you can pay 40% or 50%. Now, all y'all that do math, please do the math of what is 50% of $1,856.66, because this lady told me $700 is 40%. Then she told me 50%. 50%, that's a 10% higher is $900. I need all my math geniuses to comment in the comment below and tell me what's really 50% of this price. Like, what is it? What is 50% of this price and what is 40% of this price? Because I feel like she didn't know how to do math. I really did. Because I'm like, how 10% goes up $200 to $900? Ma'am, you gotta be kidding me. So I am calling 3 different people in my doctor's office. No one's picking up. So I'm leaving voicemail because, yeah, I'm about to cancel my procedure. I'm about to cancel it. I am mentally having a breakdown. I'm crying. I'm like, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna have to live with it. I don't know what to do. This is too much. There's no way in God green earth I could pay this. I even told her, like, I can give you $100 and try to give you the rest of the money next year, but it's no way I can help you on that. She's like, we can't do 100. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what to say. So I was like, I'm gonna have to cancel it. I'm like, so I calmed down. My husband calmed me down. He's like, babe, I will pay it. I'll pay the 900. I'll do it. He's like, you know, here, let me do it. I'm like, okay. And if y'all know, I'm a little bit of an independent person. Even though I'm married, I need to start doing that. God be spanking me for that because I keep on doing that. So my husband said, don't worry about it. He like just calm down, try to take a nap. So I did what he said. I took a nap. I breathed in, breathed out, ended up falling asleep because I worked myself so far up. I crashed down real hard, like so hard. So I woke up to 2 missed calls. So the first call was 2 different calls from my doctor's office. I called the first one and it was the guy who's over billing, and I told him, I said, it's fine. He's like, yeah, I heard the price. He like, even I was a little surprised at how much it was. I said, yeah. And I'm like, y'all are in my network, are y'all not? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay. I said, yeah, my husband gonna do it. Is it okay? He's like, yeah, that is fine. I said, okay. So I had another call from my doctor's office from a different person. So I get her and she's like, oh, well, you know, after you pay the 900, you hit your out-of-pocket limit. You don't pay nothing else. You don't owe the doctor nothing else. Your insurance didn't cover you 100%. Yeah. I was like, huh? I'm not gonna lie. I was like, huh? She's like, yeah, you don't have to pay nothing. You're not obligated to pay nothing else because you meet your out-of-pocket expense. Yeah, I've been at the doctor so many times this year that I hit my out-of-pocket expense from my insurance. I don't even think that's possible for someone to do in a year, but it was very possible. Me did it. I did it. So I was like, praise God. I'm like, oh, sweet baby Jesus. I said, look at God. God told me to literally shut up. Didn't I tell you I got you? And that's the thing about me, y'all. God always put me in my place. He like, didn't I say I got you? But that's not it, y'all. This is what else happened. After I got off the phone, I had an email from my job saying I got an interview for another position. And then the next day I go to work, I have another interview for another position. And then Friday before I left work, I got another interview for another position. Y'all, God has shut me up. That's why I said this whole thing, I'm going to look at it as a blessing. That this is not cancer. That is a blessing. That this is not cancer, even though when they take it out, they still gonna have to test it to make sure it's not. But this is not cancer. I'm not going through chemo. I'm not having to be in a hospital worrying. I'm not having to put my family through extra stress worrying about me. That this is something that can be resolved. Yes, I want to be at home, but I'm gonna be on paid leave where I can take time out and record more videos, do more makeup, be able to be social for a little bit. If it's 2 or 4 weeks that I'm able to do that. And y'all, I feel that I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to have my husband. I'm so blessed to have my family. I told my family and they're all just glad that I am okay. Yes, that it's aggressive and it's growing, that before the end of this year it will be out. And I'm going to do a little video blog. Yeah, I'm on a blog the way going to the doctor and the night before and prepping and all that. So y'all can kind of just follow me. I love you. I love y'all beauties, and I want this channel to grow, and I want to be open with y'all. And I'm sorry that I haven't been on. Just be patient with me. Like I said, I have so much I want to do for this channel. There's so much goals I have set for this channel. I made this channel because I love makeup, and not only that, I know I have stories and I have life lessons that if everybody go through them, and I would love for you just to learn through me. And I have some advice. I have good advice. I'm not going to give you anything I would not do. And like I said, this whole situation is a blessing, that it could have been worse, and that I need to look at the happier parts of this. That it's not a F me to my face. It's probably God telling me just slow down, or He give me time to work on stuff that I really love, which is my channel. And I thank Him for that. That this is not worse. That this is easy fix. I'm gonna be in a sling. I'm gonna have a cast on my hand, but it's not my right hand. I'm right-handed, but that's the biggest blessing, that it's not my right hand. It is my left. So that's why I've been gone for 2 months, because technically I don't want y'all to see me depressed, or my anxiety is rabble, and my anxiety is up, or y'all see me near a panic attack. I don't want y'all to see that, because I have to calm myself, and I won't record if I feel so bad like that, because it was days I wanted to record, but I couldn't, because I felt so down. I don't want y'all to see me like that, even though y'all going to see me like that, but I can't record like that. I don't know. But like I said, I do this channel because I love my channel. I love my beauties. I do this for the love of makeup, literally for the love of makeup. I have so many plans. I can't wait to get PR. I would love to get PR. Yes, I'm looking for PR. You really don't have to pay me. Give me the publicity. Because I really do this for the love of makeup. I got so much planned for this channel, and I'm so glad to be back. And I'm sorry, life happens, y'all, and I hope y'all understand why I've been gone for so long. Well, I just tell y'all why I've been gone for so long. I dealt with that. Now I'm fine. I'm back. I'm A1. God had blessed me. I am doing good. After this surgery, I already said I ain't going. I ain't doing this many doctor visits next year. I'm calling it now in the name of the Lord. I am not doing these many doctor visits next year. Melissa gonna be happy. No more of this. No. So I see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to join our family, the beauties. You know, we beautiful no matter how we look, what color, what side. We are beautiful. So don't forget to subscribe so you can know next time I post a video. And do y'all like when I talk and give y'all updates and do story time? Just tell me in the description. I say in the description, in the comments below. You know, interact with me. I love when y'all interact with me. I comment back. I like talking to y'all. So I see y'all in the next video. I love you beauties. I miss y'all. So bye beauty.